Advisors, and I'm here today with Joy, who is the USATF team co-captain for the Milford Road Runner, and will be running her 10th New Haven Road Race this year. How are you today, Julia?
Good, excited.
Great, so we're excited to talk to you today. So how did you begin your journey into running?
I started running my sophomore year of high school, and I quickly met up with some people who were involved with New Haven Road Race as I would go to the Cascades at Yale on Saturday mornings for indoor track season for workouts, and I met John Courtmonch and Bob Davis there. And those guys, it's just kind of seeing longevity of a sport like running, you have in your life. I really kind of took to it very quickly.
Yeah, that's great. So you've continued running ever since?
Yeah, I've been fortunate to not ever have any major injuries, knock on wood. Even when I haven't been super competitive, it's just kind of always been something that I do. I turned it into a habitual thing. Get up in the morning, brush my teeth, go for a 3-mile run.
Yeah, that's great. So do you have any advice that you could give to a new runner?
I think it's definitely listen to your body. There are days I'm out there and I feel fantastic and I'm pushing it and I feel like it's the last stretch. I used to live right in East Rock, so I used to run by the firehouse on Whitney Avenue, and I used to think to myself, this is like that final mile. And then there are days when I just would walk the trails and kind of take time to think to myself and really de-stress. So you don't have to treat every day like it's the end of a marathon or you're pushing yourself all the time. It's really important to find that balance. I think sometimes people get discouraged because they feel like they should feel great every day in their runs. Running is hard. So just remember that. I give anybody credit. Whether you're doing a mile to 2 miles a day or you are training for a marathon, I really give anybody credit who's out there.
That's great advice. So do you have any favorite memory from the New Haven Road Racing?
One of them I would have to say would be the year that they first changed the course to going through downtown. I actually, coming through Westville, saw a group of girls that I coached at Wilbercross High School at about mile 4.5 giving out water, and it was the biggest rush. They all saw me and they were literally running after me, Coach Julia with the water in their hand, and I was just kind of like, hey. I loved the ability to be in all the different neighborhoods that year. But I also really had a good time in 16 was last year, 15, when I came in 4th place in the 5K for the women. It was it was a real rush. I just remember 3 of us right in the front pack, and then one woman who took off, but we got jumbled up with all these high school boys that I was just boxed in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And I literally, I think it was me and one other girl, we just hung on to that pack for dear life. As we came down that last stretch, it was so much fun to have that sprint finish. So there's a lot of good memories, but those 2 probably stand out the most.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me today.
Yeah.
Nice to have you.
I think it's going to be another great race this year. I think, when you get to the big years like the 35th and the 40, it always brings out a lot of people. So I'm excited to see who's going to be there this year.
Thank you.